Chris, thank you very much for joining us ahead of the Mansfield game tomorrow. The games are coming thick and fast at the moment, but can you be pleased with the energy and the intensity your side have shown recently?
Yeah, I think we have, especially on the midweek game. We were against Bolton. We showed a good energy and intensity, probably more so than I thought we did in the Huddersfield game, which was pleasing for me because those sort of games can be tricky. But yeah, I thought we had showed a real good intensity, good energy. 3-game week, following it up again on tomorrow. Saturday is going to be a challenge, something we're going to have to really be ready for. But yeah, I've been really happy with the way we've been playing.
And when you reflect on that game as well, did it feel like a incredibly comprehensive display, especially in the first half, against a side who had come into it in really good form?
Yeah, I think it did. There was a period or periods of the first half where I thought we were very fluent, and it all came together nicely. And scoring early helped. It comes from being physical, winning duels, and showing quality. But you had some really fluent periods in that first half, and again against a good team. So and the second half also we were good. So I think that was one of our better performances. We've had a few good ones, a few good games where I thought we've brought it all together well. But that was a good example of it. And like anything, it's learning what we did well. But there's always things to improve. It's never always perfect. There's always things you can do better, which I've spoke to the players about, and now we've got to try and do them in the next game.
Just how refreshing was it as well to get that quick start and that early goal that you've been looking for as well after a few slow starts so far?
It was, and it's not been often we've got the first goal, and I think you could see the impact it actually had on us. It helped us settle even quicker into the game, and yeah, it was an incredible strike, top quality goal at any level. But yeah, it really helped us, and that's what we want. We want to start games fast and try and get the initiative in the game. If you can score early, it's best time to score, obviously, but from our point of view, we want more of the same.
We've spoken about Tomoki Iwata a lot for obvious reasons, but just how impressive has it been for him to come in, play the way that he has, and also win that PFA Player of the Month award as well?
Yeah, I mean, I knew he was a quality player. I think everyone did, but he's probably gone on one further than that with the goals that he's scored. Not that he's there a lot up around the box, but when he is, he seems to be a threat. So yeah, I think he's been excellent. He gives us the strength, physicality. He reads the game well. He's quick. He's a good, simple passer. You know, he doesn't overcomplicate the game, but he moves the ball quickly and makes good decisions. So he fully deserved that accolade. But knowing him, he's a team player, very humble. He'd be more interested in how the team's doing than his own accolades. So and that's the type of player that I want.
How pleased have you been with the way that Ben Davies has stepped up as well in that heart of defence? I mean, he looked immense on Tuesday. He
did, and I think you know, Ben is a high calibre player who's played at a really good level. And when he came in, I think he was a case of Ben adapting to how we train, how we work, and everything else like that. And he's done that, and I think he's got a good experience, a good calmness about him. Gives us a different sort of dynamic being left-footed, a left-footed centre-back with the passes he can make and the angles of our attacks. So really happy for Ben, because I think he's sort of attitude since he's been here has deserved those kind of performances. So no, really pleased. I thought him and Christoph looked really solid.
You also introduced Ethan Laird straight back into that defence as well. How key is he, and how is his fitness sort of progressing?
Yeah, I mean, he's been out for a while. I mean, he started the season really strongly, then had a little time out, and he's back in again. And yeah, he's still nowhere near his full fitness, obviously, because he's been out for so long. But yeah, I mean, he made one big interception in the first half at the back post where he cleared a bouncing ball, which would have been a very high possibility of a goal. So he's got power and pace and strength and skill, and so he's a very good player and someone that I'm really pleased it's back.
We saw Emil Hansen, of course, go down in the first half. Is there any sort of outlook on him at the moment?
Yeah, with Emil, it looks like he'll be out for a few weeks. He's felt something there, and looks like he'll be out for a few weeks, which is a blow, because he was been very, very good for us and played a lot of football. But that's how it is. There's always someone else ready to come in and take their opportunity, and we'll just have to assess Emil sort of day by day, week by week.
And in terms of the other injured lads as well, are any of them close to return?
Yeah, so Luke Harris has had a bit of training under his belt now, which is really positive. So he's back in and around it, which is good. Juki will most probably train today, having been out for for a week or so with a niggle. So yeah, we're getting a few players back, but there's still a few out. So it's injuries, unfortunately, are part of football, and we've had our fair share this season. Hopefully, we can get more back and keep them out of the treatment room.
Of course, like you say, you'd want everyone available, but due to the absences, do they sort of allow others in the squad to stake their case, really?
They do. It is, and I've said it quite a few times that my whole drive in the summer was I just knew that we really needed a depth of squad. That was going to be the critical thing for us. And yeah, when players are out, there's another chance for someone else to come in and show what they can do. No matter what the competition is, it's another opportunity. And I like to think over the course of the season, I would say 95% of the squad have had a good share of minutes to show what they can do, and there's a few that probably need a little bit more game time that we'll get that in the next week or so.
Looking at Mansfield, they've obviously really impressed with their start to the season after being promoted. What do you put that down to, and what do they do best?
I think they're similar to Wrexham in the sense that they're a promoted team, they know how to win. They've got players, experienced players that know what it takes to win a game of football. They're quite a well-rounded team, I'd say. They can play, they can pass the ball a bit, they can go direct, get crosses in the box. They're always a threat on set pieces because they're physical. They're resolute. They're not a team that's easy to score against, to create chances against. So, yeah, they're up there for a reason. They're up there for a reason. I think they played 11 games now or whatever it is. So they're there, fourth in the league because they deserve to be. So it's going to be away from home a real challenge for us.
And how are you expecting them to face your side? Are they going to set up in that five in the back, do you think?
It's hard to predict. I mean, they do play a five at the back typically. Most of the season they've played a five, but they've played a back four, a 4-4-2 diamond as well. On a few occasions they played 4-2-3-1 in moment. They played 4-3-3 in a moment. So they're a bit flexible with the system, but the back 5-3-2, which we've faced a lot, is what they typically do. So maybe they'll do that, and then the actual approach is hard to predict. Some teams maybe try and press higher and disrupt the build-up. Other teams sit back and soak up pressure and come up from a different angle. So it's hard to tell, and I think they're capable of doing both. So we need to be ready for all scenarios.
Just finally, another quick turnaround after that game for the Cup on Tuesday. Could we see even more of the squad rotated and more minutes for the players that need them?
Yeah, I think what we've got to do today is get the gauge and feeling right around the freshness and sharpness of the players leading into tomorrow's game, and decide what's necessary for tomorrow, striking that balance between consistency and a bit of freshness. And then, yeah, with another game coming thick and fast on Tuesday night, we'll certainly see more players getting opportunities.
Gaffer, thank you very much.
Thanks.